In today's video, I'm going to give you some tips to get more uninterrupted time to shoot photos. Hi everyone and welcome to Pal to Tech. Today we are talking about battery life, specifically how to get as much as possible from your Fujifilm camera. I will present these in order from the most significant all the way down to the least. But now let's start with number 1. Auto power off. It's located in the wrench area of your menu under Power Management, and consider setting this to either 30 seconds or 15 seconds. Now, while that might seem a little short, keep in mind that a half press of your shutter release button will instantly wake your camera back up. The bottom line here is that the battery life you can save by not leaving the camera running and awake all the time is enormous. Number 2. Turn off Bluetooth. Unless you're actively using the Fujifilm app, you want to turn off Bluetooth to save battery life. The setting is located in the little squiggly line network area right here under Bluetooth smartphone setting. Go ahead and turn it off. But wait, there's more. Once you've done that, in the same menu, go down a little bit further where it says Connect while power off, and turn that off. You know, I believe these are set like this default from the factory. Having that Bluetooth on all the time basically means the radio inside your camera is running all the time while it's sitting in, say, your camera bag. So keep it off unless you're using the app. Number 3, optimize your view mode. And the setting for that is located in the wrench area under Screen Setup, View Mode Setting. You can choose shooting or playback. For the battery tips I'm about to tell you, you want to choose the shooting option. And you'll see you have these various choices. Now, all of this really comes down to one little thing on the camera, and that is right here, the eye sensor. The correct setup of that eye sensor is the key to maximizing your battery life. And obviously the camera uses it to tell if you've got it placed right here or away from your face. By default, it is set so that the camera will automatically switch either from the LCD screen to the viewfinder and back and forth, depending upon whether you have the camera placed in front of your face or not. Here's the problem. That eye sensor cannot tell the difference between your eye and your face and, say, your jacket or the inside of your camera bag, okay? But all day long, you may have your camera on a strap around your neck, and it could keep switching back and forth between the LCD screen and the viewfinder. So here's what I recommend. When you are out and about shooting and you are using the viewfinder almost all the time, right? You've got it up to your face, go ahead and just put it in eye sensor only. And basically this means that the rear LCD screen will be off. However, if you're shooting on a tripod, then what I would do is switch it to LCD only. Why does that matter? Well, let's say it's on a tripod. Because your hands are constantly adjusting settings and they're near the eye sensor, they're constantly causing the camera to mistake your hands for your face and switching back and forth. It's that switching back and forth between the LCD screen and the viewfinder that can cause more battery drain. Number 4 is performance mode. You can choose boost, normal, or economy. I've talked about this before and I will say it again. You should always have performance mode set to boost. Listen, you bought a professional camera like the Fujifilm X-T5. This is not a smartphone camera or a jitterbug phone lens, okay? However, there's one setting tip I want to give you right here. On many Fujifilm cameras, it allows you to choose what option of boost setting you want. I recommend setting it to resolution priority. This one right here. So why is that? Well, frame rate priority, this one right here, will definitely make your viewfinder appear smoother and better for fast action. The problem is that it draws a lot of battery power, and so resolution priority still gives you a very nice detailed screen, but it consumes noticeably less power. So unless you're tracking fast action, I recommend choosing resolution priority. Number 5 is to set IS mode to shooting only. Keep in mind that this tip is for cameras that include in-body image stabilization, otherwise known as IBIS. In the Fujifilm menu, go to the camera icon, and you'll see IS mode right here. And basically the advantage you get to put it in continuous is a slightly steadier, more stabilized preview image. So if you can live without that, from a battery saving perspective, best to keep it on shooting only. If your lens has an OIS switch, this switch will override whatever you have set in the menu, okay? So I would just leave the switch on all the time and instead let the menu handle whether you want to have the camera continuously having it in IS mode or just for shooting only. Number 6, turn pre-autofocus off. You'll find that setting in the AF/MF section right here. In fact, let me show you something. If you've got the 50 to 140 millimeter lens, right? I'll go ahead and I'll turn it on, okay? Now I want you to listen, okay? I'm gonna put this right next to the microphone. I want you to hear any noise coming from the lens. You hear that? Now I will turn pre-autofocus to off. And once again, take a listen. I don't know if you could hear the difference, but when I had it turned on, the lens motor was constantly trying to autofocus continuously. Now try and imagine the camera is around your neck and you're walking around and it's constantly doing that. Or you toss it in your camera bag and maybe you leave the camera on and it will still be doing that. So keep that off because that is also a source of battery drain. Now, before I go, a couple of things I want to share with you. If you have not yet checked out the completely redesigned paldetech.com website, make sure you go take a look. There are all kinds of Fujifilm camera guides and new resources available, and all of them are completely free. And in fact, if you're interested in learning more about what goes on behind the scenes of this channel, be sure to check out Backstage at paldetech.com/backstage. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found the video helpful, or at least entertaining. And if you did, be sure to give it the like and subscribe. I'm gonna be signing off now, but have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in a new video next week. Take care.